I got no problem with liberals. My problem is libtards. They'll say shit like, why do you need a gun? Because I live in a bad neighborhood, okay? Not fantasy land. That's the difference between me and a libtard. Like if someone broke into my house, I'd be like, hey, put your hands up. A libtard would be like, hey, put your mask on. I'm trying to be woke. I actually go in the ladies' restroom now. Because technically I'm a man, but I identify as a pervert. I get a lot of hate online. One guy compared me to Hitler. I was like, wow, you really think a few jokes could draw a crowd like that? The governor of California wants to swear in illegal immigrants as police officers. Can you imagine getting pulled over by an illegal alien? Do you have a driver license? No. Oh, me too.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's good wherever you are. Here's a comedian that one of you guys, my great subscribers, put me on to about a year ago. His stuff is excellent. His name is Quinn Dale, and today I have a compilation of his top shorts, reels, whatever we're calling them. Get your popcorn ready, sit back, enjoy, have a laugh. Let's get it.
One time I got pulled over by a black cop. He said, why'd you run that red light? I said, because officer, I don't see color. This is the first time in history that people are actually ashamed to be white. I'm proud of my culture. I believe there's only one superior race. NASCAR. Black people sound cooler because everything's just shorter, right? Right? Like a white person will be like, all right, all right. Black person? Right. No. You look black from up here. I should have known he's got a golf hat on. I've never had that happen before. You know it's I, right? Yeah. This is the one time this black guy, affirmative. When it comes to race, no one gets offended like white people. Oh my God. For example, my gardener is Mexican, and if I assumed he liked tequila, my sister would be like, why? Because he's Mexican. But my gardener would be like, why? You got some? Did you know they're offering free changes to illegal immigrants? That should not be an option. That should be mandatory. You want to live in this country? How bad do you want it? More than your pants. There are certain words that white people cannot say, like the N-word. And there are certain words that black people cannot say, like the word ask. So it's okay. Even your husband's like, come on, Bernice. I bet you're fun at parties. Holy lady. Let's get her a shot. I mean, charge her for it, but get her the goddamn shot. Yeah, he brought her a shot. Thank you, bro. Come on, Karen, let's do it. If you're against guns, consider this. Gun violence kills 30,000 people each year. So they should take away our guns, right? Car crashes kill 55,000. Should they take away our Asians? A lot of people don't know this. Mexicans actually built the pyramids. How do we know that? No permits. What do you call a Mexican with no siblings? Oh, no. White. Dated a Vietnamese girl for a while. She loved to talk dirty, but the problem was I can't have sex and laugh at the same time. She'd be like, you want to fuck me, boy? They're really pushing diversity in Hollywood. They just signed Jimmy O. Yang to star in the next Home Alone film called Home Alone. Tuck that butt crack in, sister.
She's always done that, and I'm her mother. She always tells me that's how she breathes.
I think that's called a fart. These ones look alike, too. Holy smokes. You twins? No. Oh, good. 'Cause I was going to say, can you feel it when... Just in time. Welcome back. Your mom says you got some ventilation issues. Call an HVAC guy or something for that. Okay, so you're all sisters, right? Okay. Your mom and sister. So you're all sisters. All right. You came out, you look a little different than them. What's going on? What is it? You guys got different dads.
No, they're all the same dad.
Okay, good. That's what you told them? Cool.
I think some of the things that you're saying.
Yeah, just sit down.
Okay.
They're mean.
Can I tell you something, lady? Can I? Hold on.
Sit down. Go take a hike.
Okay, lady, can I tell you something? If you're easily offended, don't go to a comedy show.
Yes, thank you.
They didn't come to hear you, they came to hear us. I think what people lose sight of is the fact that these are just jokes, okay? What we say up here is not to be taken seriously, okay? You'd be amazed. Like, some people have the audacity to call me a racist when my wife is Mexican. It's like, how could I be racist when I'm married to a lower race? Why don't you answer me that? It's hard to find a woman with morals nowadays. Some girl on OnlyFans slept with 100 guys in a day. Then she wanted to break the record with 1,000, but she changed her mind because obviously she didn't want to look like a slut. I got pulled over on the way here and I got out of it because I'm a comedian. He goes, tell me a joke. I said, vote for Kamala. I don't get people who move to the U.S. and don't speak English. Learn the language! I wouldn't move to Canada if I didn't speak Indian.
You can't tell who's a man or woman, you know. I can always tell by what they're wearing. Like a biological woman would never wear a condom. Like, you know what I mean?
I grew up in a pretty white suburb, but in junior high, they bussed us across town to be integrated with black kids from the inner city. After the first day, my mom was like, did you make some new friends? I was like, ain't none of your goddamn business. I learned this too. Black kids mature way faster than white kids. And I was like the last kid to hit puberty, so I got made fun of a lot. Like, I remember one time in gym class in the shower, I was washing my clip, and...
Guys, sorry to stop it here, but if you don't mind, smashing that thumbs up button for your boy. And if this is not your first time here and you're not yet subscribed, hopefully this will be the video in which I can earn your subscription. Let's get back to it.
When black people get mad, it's like they're talking over a fence. Hey, excuse me! Say it again! I got in a car accident with one of these illegals. His fault. And when I tried to ask for his insurance, he acted like he didn't speak English. He goes, "K?" So I called ICE. They took his passport, sent his ass back to Canada. They say, why go out for hamburger if you have steak at home?
Right.
Yeah, well, what if your steak has a fucking attitude problem? You've heard the saying, happy wife, happy life. There's no saying like that for us, right, fellas? Happy hubby if she don't get chubby. It didn't happen this time, but I do believe we will have a female president at some point. It's right in the Bible. They're called the end times. I appreciate diversity. A lot of black people are moving into my neighborhood. And I think it's great. It gives me hope. I didn't think I'd ever be able to afford a house. My ex-girlfriend was black. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying?
He's not black.
What?
He's not black.
Okay. Is that how few black people you have down here, that you don't even know that he's black? You might want to tell her. let's find out. What do you think he is? You don't even know, do you? You don't even know. He's like my boyfriend or whatever. Are you black, dude?
I am black.
Yeah, see? Every race talks different. Let's see, you call a white person.
Hello, please leave a message after the tone.
Let's say you call a Mexican person. Let's say you call a black person. It's jokes. What's that, sir?
Be careful on your jokes, right?
No, I'm just getting started, sir. Just getting started. I grew up watching black comics make fun of white people. And I laugh my ass off. So no one's going to tell me I can't do the same. Everything is racism now. My sister claims whenever she dates a black guy, she feels like they're being watched. I'm like, yeah, they're called conjugal visits. Why is it if I'm rude to a black person, it's racism? But if a black person is rude to me, it's customer service. Mexicans can fix anything. My gardener can fix anything if he understands me. Like one time I was like, hey, while you're here, my dishwasher won't work. He was like, okay, let me talk to him. Mexicans are the hardest workers on the planet. Did you guys know Mexicans actually built the pyramids? You know how we know that? No permits. One girl I dated was Jewish. She was hot and everything, but she was mean to my dog. And I know that's not a Jewish thing, but she was like, ew, get off me, get away from me, disgusting. I was like, hey, leave him alone. Come here, Adolf. A good friend of mine is a black neurosurgeon with a beautiful wife, 3 awesome kids. Even though all his life he was told he's dumb, he's ugly, no black kid could ever be a surgeon. And thank God, he didn't believe me. Black people, you guys are awesome, man. What's your name, man? May I ask?
Tyrone.
Tyrone, of course it is, man. Yeah. My biggest hero was Martin Luther King, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
He was the best speaker ever. A lot of people don't know Martin Luther King was actually a salesman before he was an activist. Yep. Can you imagine that? You knew that, right? He must have been the greatest salesman ever. Are you tired of your vacuum cleaner? One time some white lady came up to me after the show and she goes, hey, I didn't like those jokes about black people. I was like, lady, I can tell. You don't know shit about black people. She was like, oh, yes, I do. I love rapping music. I was like, then you should know. Bitches ain't shit. My dad thinks everything is a conspiracy. He was like, yeah, I read on the internet some aliens crashed in Minnesota. Only one survived. Now they're trying to communicate with it. Find out their secrets, what they want, why they're here. I said, Dad, some aliens, they're Somalians. People love to get offended. That's why I love my gardener, Bernardo, because he doesn't get offended like white people do. Like if I assumed he liked tequila, my sister would be like, why? Because he's Mexican. But Bernardo would be like, why? You got some? The last thing on his mind is racism. I asked him if he deals with any bigotry. He said, nah, only little trees. Nothing phases him. I could be like, Bernardo, the apocalypse is coming. He'd be like, the what? The world is ending. He'd be like, oh. So, did you pay me now or no?
One of the great things about Trump winning is now the world is healing. We're seeing a lot more of the woke stuff get called out. We're seeing a lot of grifters also try to make conservative content or switching lanes because they've been exposed. But we got to get to a point where we can make fun and laugh at each other. It doesn't have to be malicious, but racial stereotypes are funny. Cultural stereotypes are funny. We'd gotten to a point where the world was just too freaking sensitive. I watched these clips with a good buddy of mine from Mexico, and he had a great laugh. My best friend in the world is from Jamaica. He makes jokes about me. I make jokes about him. They're funny. They're not intended to be malicious. They're all in good fun. We've been doing it for years. Great. Let's get back to the video.
One time, some white lady in the front row got triggered because I called a black guy brother. I was like, you don't understand. I call every guy brother. She was like, then why don't you call me sister? I was like, because you're not black. Stupid bitch. I couldn't believe it. I don't understand cops, man. We probably got a few in here, man. You look like a cop, dude. Are you? Yeah. You are a cop right here. I'd fist bump you, but I don't want to leave evidence. Are you really a cop?
Retired.
Retired, okay. Yeah, what'd you get fired for? Everybody's doing it. You're a cop, man. What is he like? He likes something weird, right? What do you like? Finger in the tailpipe? What do you do?
He's Italian.
He's Italian?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 fingers. So you did retire. What did you do before you retired?
I was a federal agent.
Federal agent? Can you hold these edibles for me? That's what they are. But you don't know that. Good, man. You're out. You want to try it? I think men and women are equal. Women are doing all the same jobs now. I was waiting aboard a flight recently, and I noticed that the pilot was a female, which I thought was cool. I'd never seen a woman fly a plane. I mean, I didn't actually see her fly the plane, because obviously I caught a different flight, but I just thought it was cool. You know? I used to work in an office with this black woman named Verna Jean. She was so passionate about anything she'd say. I'd be like, hey, Berger, you want a cup of coffee? No, you know I want a cup of coffee. I was married to a Mexican girl. We went on that website, Ancestry.com, traced her family back 5 generations, all the way back to 1996. Are you easily offended? Are you one of these new generation? Okay. Oh, cool. All right. Right on, bitch. Just kidding, man. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Sorry.
She's getting engaged.
Okay. What's his name?
Michael. She was here with Michael and his family at the first show, and then she came to this show with me to celebrate my birthday.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a camera. No. You want to be on the internet? What? But no one calls black people racist. That's why if I'm on the phone with a black person in customer service, I talk like I'm black too. That way if things go south, they don't know I'm white. The f*** you think you talking to? I swear to God. You better ask somebody. Yell home. A lot of white people are afraid to laugh at racial jokes because of white guilt, but they're just jokes. I have no white guilt. My ancestors didn't own any slaves, so why should I feel bad about something I missed out on? What kind of work do you do, sir? Can I ask? I appreciate you putting up with all my bull.
Retard.
Ooh, that sounded a little weird. Retired! I thought you said. Did you hear that? The poor guy thought you couldn't get a job because you were mentally handicapped, sir. Well, I hope I didn't make this too awkward for you guys. I'm just trying to involve you in the show.
Make it feel better. We met online 1 hour ago. We're going to get something now.
Okay, can I get a redneck translator real quick? Sometimes you can sound racist accidentally. For example, my Spanish isn't great. But I have a house that I rent out to a big Mexican family. And one time they called me because they have roaches. So I called a local Mexican-owned pest control company, Spanish speakers. And I said, ¿Puedes rociar para mexicanos? Which apparently means, can you spray for Mexicans? Latinos, you guys react differently to certain things. Like when I asked my wife to marry me, most women start crying. Oh my God, are you serious? Not my wife, she's Mexican. I was like, will you marry me? When? Because you know I work nights, Quinn. My wife's first language is Spanish, so she still has trouble pronouncing my name. Like my name is Quinn Dale, but she pronounces it pinche joto. It's no secret that some Asian people have trouble with the letter L. I was talking politics with a Chinese guy, and he was like, what do you think of this erection? I said, that's a hard one.
Guys, sorry to stop it here again. Let me know which one of these clips was your favorite. I really thought the Hispanic workers making the pyramids without permits was top-notch. The Kamala Harris joke, the I don't see color joke, all of them crushed it for me. Let me know in the description down below which one you like the most. Let's get back to it.
What do you do?
I'm a psychic medium.
You're a psychic medium? Hold on. I'll handle this. Can you tell me something? Like, just anything. Something that you can't sit the out here. This redneck, I better pull up my britches for this. Does that help you hear better? Can you tell me anything about me without guessing? And don't do that where you're just like, there's someone in your family with the letter F. Can you tell me anything specific?
I'm not a performer.
Let's show people that it's not fake.
So why do you think you were attracted to me?
What's that?
Why do you think you were attracted?
So I didn't ask for a question? How about this? You don't have to do it about me. Take a look at him. She's gonna be like, he voted for Trump.
If you see a big black guy coming toward you on the sidewalk, he's probably just walking by. But if you see an Asian guy coming toward you on the sidewalk, he's probably driving. Any more questions before I shut this down?
So you're not scared?
What's that?
You're not scared?
Of your voice? Sure. Are you a person or an entity? What's going on?
I had surgery. No voice, but you are so not politically correct. It's very refreshing.
Thank you. God, you have a great sense of humor. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I hope your voice comes back. You had surgery?
That's what we have again next week.
Yeah, I'd get another one too, because I don't think they're done. Bring the whole voice back. You guys are Mexican, right? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? Utah. What are you running from, Pedro? But you're not from there. I will guarantee you're not from there. You're from LA probably, right? Somewhere?
I'm actually from California.
Okay, what part, man?
Orange County.
Oh, you know Hector? Yeah, I was married to a Mexican girl for 11 years, so I know, you know what you're going through, you know what I mean? What's your name, ma'am? Can I ask?
Karen.
None of this adds up. What'd you do before this? We were at synagogue. You're married to an actual Karen. God, you call her that during sex? You like that, Karen? Would you write a blog about that, Karen? Some words aren't even racist, but you still can't say them. I'll give you an example. If you react, you're a re-actor, okay? If you research, you're a re... Okay, if you renege, you're a re... I grew up in a pretty white suburb, but in junior high, they bussed us across town to be integrated with black kids from the inner city. After the first day, my mom was like, "Did you make some new friends?" I was like, "Ain't none of your goddamn business!" I learned this too. Black kids mature way faster than white kids. And I was like the last kid to hit puberty, so I got made fun of a lot. Like I remember one time in gym class in the shower, I was washing my clip, and you can't say black person, it's person of color. You can't say woman, it's female. You can't say gay man, it's flight attendant. I can't keep up. My ex-girlfriend was black. Her name was Janice. Her parents just took their own names, John and Denise. White people couldn't pull that off. This is our daughter, Glenifer. One time I just used the word retarded, and after the show this lady was like, "How dare you? My sister has Down syndrome." I was like, "How was I supposed to know you had a twin?" Most people choose to raise their own kids, but I'm proud to say that my kids were adopted, which is something I am proud of, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. They were adopted, and honestly, I don't miss them. No, it's just a joke, man. No, we had to put them down, but yeah, they were... Political correctness is killing comedy, you guys. It is. It's always white people that want to correct you, right? He's not black, he's African American. Or he's not Hispanic, he's Mexican American. Or he's not Asian, he's Chinese American. You know only Americans do that? Like I know a black guy that lives in China. They don't call him an African Chinaman. They call him King Kong. Where are your kids at, man?
You got it farmed out.
You got them farmed out? Are they telemarketers in India? What are we talking about? Where are your kids at? You guys got kids. They're all grown up. Good for them. They're in Seattle? Yeah, where they belong. Liberals. That's where you send them. If they're really bad, send them to Portland. You didn't think I'd be like this, right? You can't even tell I'm trans. Got a little pussy in here. Why don't you farm that out?
We have so many great comedians in the country. It's time to let them loose again. I want to get back to a point where it's no holds barred comedy. I don't care if you're laughing at black people or white people. Again, as long as it's not malicious, if it's comedy the way it's supposed to be, you know, all the great comics that are out there. Chappelle is so good at this stuff, and the guy's being called out for being anti-trans. He's the best storyteller out there in comedy. Absolutely ludicrous that we've gotten to this point that everything has to be politically correct, even a comedy show. The left have destroyed all the fun that there is in the world. We're back. We're healing. MAGA baby. Let's get back to it.
People who've experienced true adversity don't get offended. I was talking to some black dude with no legs. I said, "What happened?" He said, "My parents were black." My parents only know white people, so they don't even get racial humor. I was like, "Mom, how many Mexicans does it take to screw in a light bulb?" She was like, "Oh, I can do it." Vietnamese people sound a little sarcastic when they talk. Like I was at Walmart the other day, and the greeter was Vietnamese. I didn't feel very welcome. She was like, "Welcome to Walmart." I was like, "Dude." I don't get white people who talk like they're black. They all got the same story, don't they? They grew up around black people. So, I grew up with cats. I'm not like... Facts offend people. Here's one that's not popular. Jews control everything. Everything. Yes. For example, and you can Google this, did you know that every single synagogue... Mexicans are survivors. A buddy of mine is Mexican, and his daughter grew up with all these health problems. And for a while they were worried, but by the grace of God, she just celebrated her 21st pregnancy. I recently found out that I'm actually a little black. I paid for one of those things you send away for, the credit report. I remember when I was growing up, one of our neighbors was black, and he told me, "Quinn, it is never okay to use the N-word. Ever." I was like, "Okay." So, like, how should I greet you? Good afternoon, what? I took her family camping. Her mother saw a bear like 10 feet away, and it just took off running. Which is pretty funny, right? This 300-pound beast scaring a bear.
I'm from Minnesota and he's
And he's what?
Mexican.
How are you, sir?
I'm a Hispanic, yes. Same as your wife.
Know her, sir? Can you dance pretty well, sir? You big dancer?
Of course, I'm Mexican.
But just a minute ago, you were Hispanic. You're Mexican too, aren't you?
I'm Hispanic.
You're Hispanic.
From Spain.
Sure you are. You know the truth, dude. You've been to her parents' house in Modesto or wherever the
What's her name, ma'am? May I ask your number?
Angelica.
Angelica, very nice. It's pretty nice. What's that?
Angelica.
Oh, sorry. Okay, got it. It's the same name. What are you, man? Can I ask?
Yeah, sure, Indian.
Indian. Ah, well. Did I say that right? You're Mexican, right? A little bit?
Mexican,
Mexican what?
Japanese.
Mexican and Japanese. That's got to be a weird accent, right? Coleslaw! What's going on with you, sister? You're something, huh? Filipino. Oh, all right. What Kaiser do you work at? What's her name, ma'am? May I ask your number?
Angelica.
Angelica, very nice. It's pretty nice. What's that?
Angelica.
Oh, sorry. Okay, got it. It's the same name. We're hypocrites, man. Like, we'll laugh our asses off when a black comic makes fun of us, but if I tell a joke about black people, we're afraid to laugh. For example, see how quiet that got? For example, I got a great joke about black people being late, but I don't want to offend them, so I do it at the beginning. I know some of you liberals are like, Quinn, black people are not late. Look around, they're still not here. To black people, everything is a conversation. So we saw this duck talking about quack, quack. There go a cat talking about meh. She always be ringing my doorbell talking about ding dong. At Home Depot, hey, you got them little doorstop motherfucking things? You know what I'm saying? Like if you bump your toe, they be talking about... People are so easily offended nowadays. When did we get so soft? Listen, my grandfather killed 62 Japanese men and then went off to war.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Lighter video for y'all today. I'm traveling. I didn't get a chance to catch up on all of today's news. I thought this would be a fun compilation for you guys. Something a little bit different and something a little bit more cheerful to have a laugh on a Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.